Hello, we are the Caремigos, and our hackathon project is Caremigo. I'm Zidani.
My name is Chin Lee.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Emilio.
My family has their own doctors in the Philippines. Specifically, my grandma has to approach multiple different doctors for blood tests, medical imaging, and many other health concerns. However, without a centralized online health portal in the country, she has to wait and go back to the office after days just to see her results. And when she gets her paper results, they are littered with esoteric terms and confusing numbers that are oftentimes difficult for her to understand. And since my grandma is old, my family has the choice to either do hours of personal research or pay for a future appointment with a doctor in order to interpret these values, understand what they mean, and see what we could do for our grandma. And sometimes, in less developed countries like the Philippines, they have to seek out the second or third opinion of multiple doctors instead of completely relying on one's opinion. Caremigo, our solution, is a web app that can analyze and provide a layman's interpretation of you and your loved one's medical documents, outline the steps you could take now to mitigate out-of-bound measurements, and recommend you to the best specialists in your area based on your values. We strive to demystify health results and eliminate the hours of personal research already done by concerned parents and children in regards to health documentation. All right, so these are a few task boards for my family members. We'll get back to them later. First, let's create a new profile. First profile we'll be creating is for Professor Iris, who is a beloved sibling of mine. So here we could upload his medical records. Let's upload his latest blood test. So right now we can see the medical record and the analysis results. The first things I see is that some of these values are highlighted, but first let's get into looking at the image. So in order to interpret these values that we'd see, we can notice that some of these values are in range, some of them are out of range. Let's see what glucose being in range means for our body. So right now we're leveraging AI to provide an explanation of what glucose does to the body and what this in range value means for us. Let's move to another value. Take potassium. And here we can see that it does basically the same thing. It provides you the measurement and what this in range or out of range measurement means for the patient. Next, let's see where to go. Consult with a cardiologist. Okay, let's click on that. So, as you can see, we are being recommended the top 5 cardiologists in our area specifically, which is Hoboken. We could easily just go to one of their websites. And here we go. Christopher Pumil, MD. And furthermore, we get like an explanation of what a cardiologist is with sources provided. You can check one of the sources. Here you go. And let's say I don't know what some of this means. So let's say, what is congenital heart defects? Let's search with AI. Okay, so there are problems with the heart that are present at birth. Okay, that's awesome. But let's say we don't know what a valve is. Let's also search with AI. There we go. Heart valves like doors in your home. That's awesome. So now that we're done analyzing, we could easily go back. Okay, so now that we're back at the homepage, I can now scroll down to Professor Iris's board, which has now been added. And I could, since we reviewed his blood test, I can now move it to done. All right, thank you.